About 2 weeks ago, I tweeted out, who is your guy in rookie drafts after pick 12? This is the first year I haven't really found someone to be excited about, because if you were looking at the teardrop we have after the first 10, 11 prospects off the board in 12-team Superflex drafts this year, it is extremely difficult to find a player that stands out. You have so many running backs that have some great traits, but they don't check all the boxes we are looking for. You'll have a running back that, yeah, looks like he's going to be a great pass catcher. He's a great athlete, but he's undersized like Devin Achane. You have a running back that has the size, looks great on film, but he can't catch the ball and he's slow like Kendre Miller. So you are in a difficult spot with so many names. I mean, Devin Achane, Tajay Spears, Tank Bigsby, Zach Evans, Roschon Johnson, Izzy, Chase Brown, Kendre Miller. I think I found our guy. I think I found the guy that I'm going to be planting our flag on this offseason. And what's awesome is I will actually get to talk to his teammate at the NFL draft. I will be on the red carpet for the 2023 NFL draft. And I need a big time favor from you. I need you to go to the comment section right now. Here are the 17 players I will have access to interview. And this will be live streamed on our Flock Fantasy YouTube channel. I need you to go to the comment section and leave a question you want me to ask one of these 17 guys. I don't really know what we should be asking. I need help here. I've never done this before. Please help me out. And down there in the comment section, you can, of course, find the link to flockfantasy.com. On flockfantasy.com, you can find my Dynasty rookie rankings, my Dynasty rankings, my Dynasty research book. You can find all the Dynasty rankings of your favorite content creators, plus a rookie draft guide. So make sure you're going through and checking that out. Promo code FLOCK, you're going to get 30% off any subscription, and yours truly will go through and break down your team in a podcast with that Mother Flocker tier and promo code FLOCK. But let's dive into this running back. And I need to tell a story here because he doesn't check every single box. There are some red flags in the profile, but unlike the other running backs that will go on day 2, day 3, I think he has a solid excuse for almost every red flag he has. Because if we're looking at the prospect profile, we need to start at the very beginning. We need to go back to high school. What kind of pedigree did this player have coming out of school? He was a 4-star prospect. At his position, he was the 6th player in the country with how he was rated. So he has all the pedigree in the world. Now, I mean, he's not going to be graded out alongside Bijan Robinson as a high school recruit because he was a quarterback, okay? He's behind Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Sam Howell, Max Duggan, Taysom, whatever the hell his name is, out of Clemson. You have Roschon Johnson sitting there at 6. And with Roschon Johnson, you're probably wondering, okay, well, if he had all the pedigree in the world, that quarterback, how did he turn into a running back? Why was he a running back at the University of Texas? So he gets there his true freshman season. Sam Ehlinger is our starting quarterback, and Sam Ehlinger has the guaranteed starting job, right? Roschon Johnson's supposed to redshirt his freshman season. He's supposed to wait behind Sam Ehlinger, wait for Sam to go to the NFL, and once Sam goes to the NFL, then at that point, Roschon gets to be the starting quarterback for the University of Texas, and he gets to fulfill what he's always wanted to. But year 1, while Roschon Johnson is sitting there supposedly redshirting, every running back, every guy in our backfield gets hurt. We even have Jordan Whittington, a wide receiver, back there taking carries for us. So the coaching staff goes to Roschon, hey man, I understand you're supposed to be our future dual threat quarterback, but can you play running back for us? Just for a short term, we need someone standing in the backfield alongside Sam Ehlinger. Of course, being the great teammate he is, he accepts. He goes through and starts to play the running back position at the University of Texas, where he immediately finds success. I mean, he was a dual threat quarterback. The man has 123 carries year 1. He averages 5.3 rushing yards per carry, has 7 rushing touchdowns. And what is very impressive, right? Because you would assume, yeah, a dual threat quarterback can do a little bit of everything. Of course, he's going to be able to run the ball. His true freshman season, and this is what I'm most excited about, he catches the ball. He is involved as a receiver. He has 23 receptions as a true freshman that never played running back before, never played wide receiver before. He was a quarterback. 23 receptions year 1. So then you go to 2020, Sam's still the starting quarterback. So Roschon Johnson is still there at running back. You have Bijan Robinson coming in though. So Bijan Robinson coming in then puts us in a very difficult position where Sam stayed in school, so you can't really beat quarterback. Bijan Robinson, the best running back in college football, comes to your backfield, so you can't be the starting running back. So you're stuck in a horrible spot where you're just operating as a committee back, as just a backup. He averages, 8 carries per game. The receiving usage falls off the map because you have Bijan here. Really, what are you expecting in 2020 from Roschon Johnson? And by the time he progresses, he's already gone too far down this running back path. It's too late to turn around. It's too late to go back to being a quarterback, especially when we have Quinn Ewers coming in, and Quinn Ewers all of a sudden, being the most hyped quarterback we've seen since Trevor Lawrence. So Roschon Johnson got stuck in a horrible situation, not due to anything that he did himself, but due to the position the team was put into and the great players that Texas was able to bring in on this roster, such as Bijan Robinson, such as a Quinn Ewers. So with Roschon, if we are looking at the big boxes that we were supposed to check, draft capital is going to be that number one box at running back, indicating future opportunity and if this guy's going to get a shot or not. Roschon Johnson looks like he's going to be a borderline day 2, day 3 selection. If Roschon Johnson were to fall to day 3, if he goes round 4, if he goes round 5 of the NFL draft, I will admit he is going to fall dramatically down my rankings. I cannot be as excited about him if he goes round 4 as we would be if he goes round 3 or possibly sneaks into round 2. If Roschon Johnson sneaks into round 2, it's game over. I'm all in. Okay. The next box, size. If this running back gets opportunity at the next level, can he be a 3-down player? And this is very important with the Roschon Johnson profile as well, because we never saw him be a 3-down running back at Texas. Remember, his true freshman season, he was a quarterback convert. You're not expecting him to step into a role where he's seeing 20 plus carries a game. He's never played the position. And then by the time you get to year 2, where he has a little more experience with it, then Bijan Robinson's on the roster. And yeah, you're not going to get a full workload if you're running alongside Bijan Robinson. So the size was very important to see, which he has. He comes into the NFL Combine at 6 foot 219. If you weigh 219 pounds, you are going to be able to handle a full workload at the next level. The speed is the next thing that we're looking for. Now, of course, we've talked about this time and time again. It's not the faster you are, the better running back you are. It is, you have to be fast enough. You have to be athletic enough. You can't be Kyron Williams. You can't be Isaiah Spiller level slow, because the second that you're that slow, we're like, okay, yeah, I know not to waste the pick here. I know you have no upside. I know you're not going to be anything. But Roschon Johnson comes in and he runs, a 4.59, a 4.58. This will be a fast enough mark for us to be confident that he can get the job done at the next level, especially if we are looking at the size as well. It's not an Isaiah Spiller situation. It's not going to be a Kyron Williams situation. Now, the other thing that we are going to be looking at is his receiving down skill set. Will this be a running back that can play on third downs? And how do we know this? We typically know this because a running back will go out there and command a very high college target share. If a running back can get to 10% of his team's targets on a per game basis, we know for a damn fact, unless your name's Rashad Penny, you will be a good passing down running back at the next level, and we can be willing to bet on that. Whereas on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you're down there at about 4%, 5%, while people will be quick to make some excuses for you, in reality, most of the time, the excuses are meaningless. Most of the time, you're just not going to be a pass catcher at the next level. Now, with Roschon Johnson, like we said, most of the time, the excuses are meaningless. But here, I think this is a valid one. It's not all the time you have to share a backfield with the most talented running back in college football who can also catch the ball. So with Roschon Johnson, the highest we saw him get to was about 6% of his team's college target share. But keep in mind the context of the running back that we are looking at, the entire story behind this guy. A quarterback convert, year 1, did not expect to be a running back. Then afterwards, you add in the most talented running back in all of college football into his backfield. So in my mind, it's very difficult to say he didn't have a ton of receiving volume in college, so he's not going to be a capable receiver at the NFL level. And I almost think the exact opposite. I almost think going back and looking at his receiving totals from his first year ever at the position before Bijan Robinson goes to Texas, that tells me that I think Roschon Johnson can catch the ball. I think that he is a good enough pass catcher to be able to play on third downs at the next level. So if we are going through and looking at these 4 main boxes, we are trying to check with all running back prospects. A lot of these other guys have no valid excuses. Kondre Miller, he doesn't have an excuse not to catch the ball at TCU. He doesn't have an excuse to not be able to run a 4.55. Tank Bigsby, I mean, the man looks like he's going to go day 3 of the NFL draft. Zach Evans, you never really saw the receiving down skill set. He's a little smaller than you thought. And I mean, we never saw a full workload. Sean Tucker, the man's going to go day 3. Devin Achant, he's not big enough. All of these guys have excuses. And maybe I'm biased because obviously I went to the University of Texas. But I feel like Roschon Johnson only needs the excuse when it comes to the target share in his receiving down skill set box. And I think the excuse of being a quarterback convert playing in the same backfield as Bijan Robinson is a better excuse than we have with any of these other day 2, day 3 backs. Now, when it comes to where we are going to be drafting Roschon Johnson, where we are going to be targeting him, right now, I have him ranked as our running back 4 in this draft class. I think Roschon Johnson, if he gets the draft capital that we are looking for, if he is a round 3 or a round 2 selection, he can go as high as pick, I want to say 10 or 11 for us. I mean, if he's round 2, honestly, I may move him up a little bit higher than that, but I'm assuming he goes round 3. And if that's the case, I think we can get him up to pick 11, to pick 12 as a very late first round pick. Very late first round pick if that happens. Now, if he were to fall to day 3, and if he were to fall to a bad situation at the same time, I will admit Roschon Johnson could fall a decent amount in our running back rookie rankings. It's not like he stands at this point to be the guaranteed running back 4 in Dynasty rookie drafts. In my mind, he is just the most likely running back 4, and that's who I'm going to be putting my bet on before the NFL draft. But of course, we'll be updating all of this. I'll be getting you my initial reaction. I will be getting you our updated Dynasty rookie rankings the second the draft happens, the second that we know that draft capital. And you can find all of that on flockfantasy.com. When you sign up with promo code FLOCK, 30% off any subscription, a podcast breaking down your Dynasty team with moves to make by yours truly. And all your favorite Dynasty creators are there putting up some phenomenal content. But thank you again. I really appreciate you. Really hope you have a great day and really hope we get to see you in the live stream on Flock Fantasy's YouTube channel before the NFL draft.